there, and welcome to what I am hoping is the first in a long series of goal videos that I am going to be putting out on my channel. And I have not done goals prior. I know I'm being such a weirdo and starting goal setting in September, but I feel like that's just me and it fits my personality. So here we are. Plus, I don't know about other homeschool moms, but there's something about a new homeschool year that feels more like New Year's to me than New Year's does. It's like we're starting a whole school year over, and it's like setting everything up, and it's like this just feels all new. It's when I declutter, all of it. So if goal setting is of any interest to you and you want to hear what my September goals are, also kind of a little recap on how August went for us this past month, keep watching. First of all, if you are new around here, hi, my name is Brittany. I am a mom to 4 kids. We homeschool. I'm a first generation homemaker and homeschooler and all of that stuff. So a lot of my goals are going to center around homeschooling and homemaking and stuff like that. Okay, so for the month of August, like I said, I did not set any goals, and I really wish that I had, because we were in a very interesting season that we are still kind of going through. And I wish that I had made these tangible goals that I could have looked back on and seen where we were actually making progress, because it's been a lot of slow progress. We've been doing a lot of renovations on our home, necessary renovations, unfortunately, not fun ones. We found mold that had to be addressed. We had to get a tree taken down, and they wanted an extra $3,000 to haul it off and process it. So we said, nope, we're going to do that. So we bought a chipper, and we've been slowly hacking away at it. We had to have insulation people come out because we need more insulation in our attic. And then there was an issue with the way that the ductwork was not sealed properly, so we had to get the AC guys back out, and then they were here for a whole day, 2 whole days, and then reschedule all of that. And then whenever we had our ductwork done, we lost a lot of our storage space in our attic, and so we had to get a shed put in because we don't have any storage in our house at all anymore. The minimal storage we had was lost, and so we had to add some storage. And so they had to put the shed in, but when we put the shed in, there were problems. Like, it was not exactly to our specifications, so we had to fix it ourselves. It's been a lot. It's a lot of progress, and just recognizing that. And I think had I made tangible goals at the outset, we would have actually been able to see that we are making the progress. So I am pretty happy with how August went. We did start school back at the beginning of August, and so far that has been going well. I'm going to do a full homeschool update, all in a separate video. So I have decided I have 7 categories, and I'm going to stick to 1, occasionally 2 goals for each category. My first category is relationships. So my goal and my focus for the month of September, I tried a few weeks ago to start up the gentleness challenge. What is her name? I'm gonna put her name right here because I can't remember what her name is. But anyway, she has a gentleness challenge that she has put out. If you are curious about the gentleness challenge, I will leave the link for the PDF document down in the description box. And I am going to restart that because I failed miserably. One of the things that I struggle with, I am not my personality, I have a very analytical mind, and then I also have some sensory processing issues, and so when I get really overwhelmed, it's really hard to stay cool, calm, collected, and patient. And so I have been working on that. God has been working it in my heart, providing many an opportunity to learn patience and learn gentleness. I just haven't yielded as much to the Spirit as I ought to have. And so my goal for the next month is to go all the way through the gentleness challenge, and to be more careful with how I am speaking to my family specifically, and just those around me in general. I want to love on my kids and show them the love of Christ, And it doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot if I'm getting really impatient with them and telling them that they ought to be patient and that God values patience and that it's a fruit of the Spirit if I am not modeling it myself. So that's my goal for relationships. My second category is spiritual. So it's my spiritual life. I have been very wishy-washy with not doing my Bible in the morning. And I'm not one of the people who say you have to have a quiet time every morning. I've got 4 kids. I know it's not always going to happen in the morning, but I do want to have it consistently planned out to get up in the morning and do my Bible time. And then if it gets derailed, I will do it some other time. But ideally to get up and just have a more structured morning routine where I am doing my Bible first thing in the morning. I feel much better. I feel like it really centers my day on what is important, and it guarantees that I'm going to get it in. Not that I believe it should just be a box that we check, but we make time for the things that are important in our life. And I am not making time for God, for being in the Word. And so it is the most important thing, in my opinion, to being a good mom as a Christian. And so I need to devote and I need to carve out that time to be in the Word daily. In addition to being in the Word daily, I also want to set aside time 5 times a week to study. I did this when I was first saved. I was spending so much time studying everything. I would spend hours. I'd get the kids to bed and I'd be up for like 3 hours studying things out. And the longer you've been in the faith, I feel the more you kind of get away from that. And so I don't necessarily think I need to spend 3 hours devoting to that, although that would be awesome. It's not practical for me in this season. So I do want to take an hour 5 times a week to sit and really study things out, specifically with what we're learning in our Sunday school. I want to spend 1 hour for that. What I'm learning in the study that I'm doing with my oldest son, and really just spending that time digging deeper in the Word. More coffee. My third category is business. I am trying to get my YouTube channel off the ground, and so I'm trying to treat it more like it's something that actually requires time, like it is a business that I actually have to dedicate time to, and not just a hobby, because I really do have hopes and dreams for this channel and for things that I want to accomplish through it. My goal for the month of September is to get on a more consistent posting schedule. I'm wanting to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, having one specific day dedicated to food, having a food Friday where I upload a grocery haul or a recipe or something along those lines. And then I have other thoughts as far as cleaning routines that I want to take y'all along with me as I am doing some of my cleaning routines. And then also, homeschool stuff. And I have all of these plans, but the step 1 is to post consistently. If I could do my schedule first, then I can branch out and as the months go on. Number 4 is my homemaking goal. So my homemaking goal, I actually have 2. So if you have been following me for the past month or so, you'll know I am in the process of decluttering my home. And so that is where I am at. I have ideas and things that I want to do to kind of DIY stuff as far as updating, just like painting and kind of touching things up to make them look more updated without breaking the bank. And so I have thoughts and plans for that, but the first step in all of that is to declutter. So by the end of September, I want the main house decluttered. We do have, and I say the main house because we do have a room in our garage that is built out. It is a workout room / office, or at least it was. Now it's a junk room that has everything has been shoved to the brim in there, and you just don't even want to open the door. And so I'm not tackling that one because that's my goal for our next school break. We have a school break coming at the very first week of October. My goal is by the end of September to have everything in the house decluttered so I can focus all of my time and attention to that room out there. Now that we have the shed set up, we can move some stuff out of that room, out of the garage, into the shed, and get all of that reorganized, so that hopefully by Thanksgiving, my whole house will be decluttered and reorganized. That's the dream. That's the goal. So let's see if it happens. Future Brittany here. I realized as I was editing this video that I said that I had 2 goals for homemaking, and I only included one. The second one was just my cleaning routines, getting on a better schedule with my cleaning routines. I loosely follow the Fly Lady system, and I really want to dive deeper into the Fly Lady system and get better on track with that. So that was it, but I'm gonna move on now to our homeschool goals. My goal for homeschooling is my next category. Homeschooling goal, we are at the very beginning of our homeschool year, and so I am not the best planner. I have such lofty aspirations to become a good planner, because with the way that my brain works, I really do think that I need a plan. I need notes. I do really good whenever somebody's talking, if I'm listening to a sermon, if I'm learning something, if I'm taking a class, I take a bajillion notes. So why wouldn't I do that whenever it comes to my planning? And I just think that I will do much better with actually having plans, setting goals. Specifically in our homeschool, the planner where I am going in once a week and I am planning out our entire school week. I don't want to go past a week. I've mentioned this before in my homeschool planning video. I don't like to go beyond a week as far as nitty gritty, like in their kind of plan, because things can get off track during the middle of the week. That's like today. One of my kids had a doctor's appointment an hour away, and so we had to go all the way over to across town to her doctor, and then we were there for an hour, and then we had to leave and get back, and by the time we got back it was 4:30, and so it was not feasible for us to do all of our schoolwork today, and so it's going to get pushed off. It will probably get caught on Friday, but if it doesn't, we might be pushed back a little bit in our schedule, which is fine. I always leave a little bit of wiggle room when I'm planning. But I don't want to plan so far out that I'm like, okay, now I got to go back and change all of these plans. I do plan out certain things with our history and our science, like lesson specific, but I don't assign the lessons to days until it actually comes to that week. But I am not consistent with planning our weeks out until Monday morning, and sometimes in through Tuesday. And when I do that, I am so behind. I am behind on grading. I am behind on our lesson for the day. Everything's scattered. I'm more irritable. Everybody's running amok because they don't know what we're supposed to be doing, because I haven't set the schedule and the tone and how it's supposed to flow. So I want to be more consistent in planning out my week on Sunday so that it'll flow better through our days. Also our routines. I have been working to firm up a good homeschool routine. We've shifted a lot of stuff that we're doing. I feel like that happens every single year. I start school and realize, oh crap, this isn't gonna actually work. And we make some changes, small changes here and there to make it work. I really want to be more consistent and get our routines firmed up by the end of September. Okay, 2 more and then I'm done. Okay, so my second to last one is my physical goals. I want to get better about working out 5 times a week. I have been doing intermittent fasting for the past couple of weeks. I've gotten back into it. I'm feeling really good. I've lost a couple of pounds that I have put on, but I need to start working out because I have degenerative disc disease in my back and it causes a lot of pain. And so while I would love to just like be physically better, like look better, because who doesn't? It is actually a physical need now. It will help me be more productive in my days. It will help me be able to spend more time with my kids and get moving and get more things done if I'm in better shape. So my physical goals is to work out 5 times a week. And my last one is my financial goals. So I have not been the best with planning things financially. and even tracking things like tracking our spending, I'm not great at. But I want to turn that around. And so we are starting this month. I have put together a budget book, and I am going to start budgeting. I am going to start consistently tracking our spending and actually setting a budget and trying to get us to stick to it. So that's my main goal, is to consistently work my budget book every single day. Getting up, putting it as a part of my routine where I sit down and I track our spending from the day before. I log everything. Is there anything that needs to be, updated, or is it time to pay, like anything? And having a consistent time where I set every day where I address my budget book. I have long-term budget goals, long-term financial goals, but as far as right now for the month of September, that's my goal. So that's it. I think these are all very attainable goals. I'm trying not to go too big because things tend to go crazy, and I don't want to be disappointed. So we're gonna be very logical in our goal setting. I will make sure to keep y'all posted as we get past September on how this goes, with an update on if I was able to be consistent. So if you are interested in homemaking or homeschooling or any of that kind of content, I hope you will consider sticking around and subscribing. I would love to have you. And until next time.